Angeles. We're very happy to speak with you today. You've built a really impressive career. So, could you kind of walk us through the key moments and decisions that shaped the path of where you are today?
Oh, thank you, Cassandra. It's a pleasure to be here. So, first of all, I think my family and my roots. No, so I come from a family that, from my grandfather, was already an entrepreneur. So, imagine that I've been living in an ambient, in an environment that has been very entrepreneurial, very driven by success, by experience, by excellence. No, and I was since a child already in a very international environment, always going to very international schools and the university. So that has been kind of my roots. And then I jumped quite fast into entrepreneurs. So I've set up 4 business myself, 4 companies. I sold 2. And then I love what I do. I really love it. So I think that's part of the success, or the secret sauce, no, of your career, when you really enjoy what you're doing. So it's kind of a hobby. So I never feel that I'm working. So I'm always feeling like, okay, let's do something else, and let's do something better.
So, it's been 100 days since you've been leading Jack Morton in Iberia. What have you learned so far? Anything that's surprised you?
So Spain and Portugal are very dynamic markets, very creative and highly attractive markets in this industry, with a very strong local brands, also international companies, world-class destinations, so very famous destinations for all kind of events. And it's a very strong market for experiences. So I think the market is very ready right now for a more strategic conversation around experiential marketing, and that's the what brings the opportunity very real. So when we started talking about that last year, we were considering an opportunity, but now we do have the data and the facts that we will be very successful in the market. One of our biggest learnings is that opening a market is not just about creating like a local operation, no, but it's about building relevance also locally, and trust and a clear point of view from day one. So this is what we are doing right now. Beyond building the operation, which is already a big project itself, so also we have been analyzing the value proposition we want to bring to the market. It is what are the global strengths and how this aligns with the local needs, no, and local in 2 countries with different cultures. So how we land with the right messages for the right target audience. That has been a big exercise of analyzing ourselves also.
So, you talked a little bit about the experiential marketing landscape in Iberia. What are the trends that you're seeing right now, and what are some of the challenges?
I think the market is very open right now and is prepared to have a more strategic conversation about creativity, about experiences. And there is where Jack is very strong in how we align strategic thinking with creative, with the experiences, with the brand positioning into that mix. Brands are right now very much looking forward to have also the measurement to reduce the negative impact. So sustainability is the moment of that conversation. So we see that trend, and there we are the leaders in the market. So that's the moment, let's say. The challenges, obviously, what we are all enjoying, geopolitical problems, instability. I think we are right now in a moment of saturation. So it's very difficult to engage with the audiences because we are all saturated, no, with content, with impact. But the good thing is that Jack is super prepared for that. It's in our culture, innovative thinking, always finding the way to be more excellent, and to achieve our goals. No, so that's the trend and the challenges that we notice in Iberia.
So let's talk a little bit about, the culture of where you are. And I'm a brand, and what do I need to know if I'm not familiar with, the market?
Right now we are enjoying a very hybrid life, no, where we are working from home, working in the office, and the Spanish and Portuguese society, we are very into engagement and social interaction. So there we need to elevate that conversation when we design experiences. That's why Jack Iberia has a strong opportunity into bringing that conversation for brands.
So let's look forward a little bit to the next few months. What are you most excited about?
So first, opening a new operation for Jack, I think it brings more expertise and knowledge to the whole network. So then integrating Spanish and Portuguese talent to the conversation, I think that's very interesting because we bring a different angle on looking to brands and how this became very successful. I think also it's very interesting to position the brands, the Spanish brands, into international environments and international stages. No, I think that makes me super proud that we can help them elevate their messages and elevate also the way they bring experiences to their many stakeholders. That's another very interesting thing. So that's very exciting, apart from, new teams, growing the operation, and yeah, having a position in the market.